more than rather than 100 Nigerian schoolgirls, largest of such newly stolen by Boko Haram, include lost household to their families, 4 persons days following creature released. Following their produce of captive and a short emotion meet in their parents, the schoolgirls were delivered to the equity to encounter the CEO. The girls, alerted by Boko Haram not to back to high school, were accompanied behind to Dapchi by Nigerian soldiers. As meet CEO Muhammadu Buhari, the again released girls underwent care and safety screenings. A full of 110 girls were initially stolen, but 5 did not pull through the hardship, and one some, a believer who rejected to convertible to Islamic, is yet creature detained. Same Buhari authority will not soften in efforts to give her reliably behind household to her parents, a declaration told. To some human beings, a boy and else lady of Dapchi, were released at the identical period, officials as well told. The government denies claims how Boko Haram was pay a redemption for the girls' liberty, or how down there was a inmate replace. The girls arriving in Dapchi on board a escort of 5 buses at on 13:30 GMT. Their parents were already wait expectantly while they arriving. Down there was joy and exultation as they jumped in their parents' embraces. The again released high school girls had consumable 3 days in the Nigerian authorities following creature liberated by Boko Haram recent 1 week. But the parents of the lonely believer lady were in isolation of the celebrations. Their child is yet creature detained by the jihadist team for, according to reports, refusal to convertible to Islamic. Meantime, the precautionary by the militants how the released girls should never back to high school hangs a dark above their back household. CEO Buhari's authority had been by blood pressure to solve the Dapchi abduction, that restored morbid memories of the 2014 abduction of 276 girls of the city of Chibok. Ex-Nigerian CEO Goodluck Jonathan was criticized for his processing of the abductions of a Chibok high school, several to 75 km, 170 miles, southward east of Dapchi. More than rather than part of the girls include been refundable but 100 stay lacking. Suspected Boko Haram militants assault a social second high school for girls in the polar eastern Nigerian city of Dapchi in Yobe country. Nigerian by the government confirms 110 girls lacking. Yobe country by the government announces save of several of the girls of terrorists who stolen them and says they are in the troop. The Yobe country by the government retracts the declaration and apologizes for deceptive the social proverb, no lady was saved. CEO Muhammadu Buhari telephone call the abduction of the schoolgirls in Dapchi a domestic calamity. Nigerian air strength announces deploy of warplane and further staff for searching and save mission statement. Nigerian troop denies claims by Yobe country governor how soldiers were remote of Dapchi up the girls' abduction. The troop later admits it redeployed soldiers off of the city, proverb the region was comparatively safe. Fed by the government launches inquiry in the occasion guideline to abduction and releases complete detailed information of the 110 lacking schoolgirls. UN Secretariat General Antonio Guterres says he firmly condemns the abduction and assault. Regional human rights militant Aisha Wakil, named as Mom Boko Haram since she has named several of the militants with they were family, is cited in accountable proverb how the Barna'i fraction of Boko Haram affirmed to her how it was keeping the girls. Female conduct a outcry in the Equity Abuja, 3 weeks following the girls' abduction. CEO Muhammadu Buhari announces schedule to conduct negotiations the girls produce, quite rather than use war strength. CEO Buhari makes his at first trip to Dapchi, ensuring parents of the lacking schoolgirls how the by the government will save the girls save. Pardon world claims Nigerian troop neglected reiterated warnings of an assault on Dapchi city, several hours up militants stolen the girls. Nigerian by the government announces how 104 of the 110 stolen schoolgirls include been released.